This presentation is called Barriers to Building an Awareness of Cyberbullying and Digital Drama. So first you got to know what is cyberbullying, and basically from the source stopbullying.gov, cyberbullying is bullying that takes place over digital devices like cell phones, computers, and tablets. It can also occur through text messages and apps online, such as in social media, in forums, or even on games where people can view, participate, and share content. Cyberbullying includes sending posts, sharing negative things about people, false information, mean content about somebody else, and it can include sharing personal and private information about someone else, causing embarrassment, humiliation, and so on. Some cyberbullying crosses the line into unlawful and even criminal behavior. So here typically are the tactics of the bully. So at the top you have your cyberbully, and either they will cause direct harm, which is they may post false information about a person directly to them. They may threaten them, whether it be in chat messages, sending them videos, sending an email, threatening that specific individual, impersonating them, making fun of them, making faces to them in a virtual meeting, and harasses that person purposefully over and over again. Another way they have tactics of bullying is to encourage others to harm that person. This is a term called doxing, and kind of what they do is they destroy the person's privacy, put stuff out there about the person or individual, might include their address, even bank information, private information about them, and put it out for everybody to see, really encouraging the public to pick on that person and to really make fun of that person. Again, either this could occur through chat messaging, social media posts, even in virtual meetings, and just really picking on a specific individual. So there's the two tactics of a bullying. So let's look at some of the definitions of cyberbullying. So the first is you have the target. This is the person who is the object of that bullying. They are the person who all the bullying is identified towards. This is the person who's basically the victim of the cyberbullying. Second, you have the offender. This is the person who is the bully. They are intentionally trying to hurt somebody, damage their character, really working hard to make sure that they are hurting the target of that person. And so you have the target, you have the offender, and then there's two sets of people who are observing this. The first is the bystander. This is the person who just kind of passively sees what's going on, observes what's happening. They might see this communication occurring through chat. They might even be a part of a virtual meeting or even see posts about the offender picking on the target. However, the bystander just kind of sits, watches, and does nothing about it, observes it as a bystander and just doesn't do anything, just continues to let it go on. The second way, or the fourth definition, is the upstander. Now this person is somebody who will stand up for the target. They will stand up against the offender, and they will support that person. A lot of times it might be letting a teacher know, letting a parent know, or even in the environment of the bullying, they might make a stand and in chat say, hey, you shouldn't be saying this, or hey, you need to not pick on this person. And they might report what is going on, even if it needs to be to the authorities, about the cyberbullying that is occurring between the individuals. Now we're going to talk about how we can kind of handle some cyberbullying offenses. So number one, you kind of look at, notice and pay attention to a student's behavior. If the educators who are listening to this right now, encourage you, if you see a student's behavior change, maybe they become more quiet, maybe they become a lot more withdrawn, or maybe they even make excuses as to why they can't participate. You might kind of notice that and then start asking questions, which moves into our second category. Ask questions about that student's behavior. Why are they doing this? Why are they withdrawing from participating? Why have they changed kind of their behavior and their actions in the class? Ask questions about that. And if you find out that bullying has occurred, then you need to document that information. First would be to make a school report. And if you have students who have noticed that bullying is occurring, they may make a school report, let an administrator know, let a teacher know that this is occurring, and the documentation then starts to put together. And some ways that you can document it is make screenshots. If you see this occurring in chat, definitely you can take a screenshot of that bullying and then again let the proper person know who can then deal with it. Or if it's really bad, you might make a police report if it involves, especially if it involves physically threatening another person. If they say, they're going to attack them or post things about them that are going to destroy their character, destroy even their finances, like I said, because some people even post banking information. You may make a police report and ensure that that doesn't occur. And then the last thing is to provide support. This is to follow up with the person who has been attacked, with the target, follow up with them, see how they're doing, support their mental well-being, kind of let them know you're there, and if necessary, maybe even seek professional help, talk to a counselor, maybe speak with somebody about how they feel about the bullying that has occurred to them, and really help them and let them know that you are supportive. So those are some ways that we can kind of handle cyberbullying. And so the best of all, this is the hope, and when we see bullying happen and we see there are some bias, and if you are a bystander, the hope is that you will move from being a bystander up to an upstander. So I say that when a peer moves from being a bystander to an upstander, they discourage the bully and empower the victim. And so that's what we want. We want to discourage the bullying. We want to discourage those actions. And we want to stand up for the victim and let them know that we are there to support them. And therefore, in doing that, as a support person, as an upstander, you can give some resources. And here are some here. Number one is stopbullying.gov. That is a website that kind of has tons of information and resources about stopping cyberbullying. There's an app called No Bullying, to where you kind of get to know about the information, know further about it. And then lastly, fbi.gov/FBI Kids. That is a website that you can go to and really learn how to prevent bullying. And so together, the goal of this presentation is that together we can stop bullying, and it's not somebody that any individual can do by themselves. It is a community effort for all of us to be upstanders for people who are being bullies, and just really discouraging that. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed a lot in this presentation, and we'll see you again next time.